Chapter 6, Short Story Reading, Castration of the Sky Father. Reader, 2nd year Class C, Shio Takaka. Castration of the Sky Father is a really weird name. Today, I wanted to write something solemn and reflective, rather than in the lighthearted literary style of my novels. But no matter how many times I try to rewrite this, I just can't seem to get rid of my original style. So I've decided to write tonight's piece just as a light novel author and high school student, Shio Takaka. It's already been 2 whole years since my novel debuted. In my 3rd year of junior high, I guess. 15 is a pretty young age to make it big. I thought of a story that I'd like to see published, scribbled it down, and submitted it for fun. Then I unexpectedly won an award for it, and my life changed big time. I don't mean to brag, but I've received loads of offers to have my book made into a movie, and to have it translated and sold abroad. But I rejected them all. Look, I believe that Japanese people especially would enjoy reading my book. My writing style wasn't meant to be superficial. I was just trying to mirror the fads, trends, and colloquial expressions of junior high and high school girls these days. As a current high school student, I wanted other girls my age who only live in Japan to read and understand my story only in Japanese. Oh, my voice. It would be such a nuisance to have it translated. I refuse to consent to that. Wait, let me drink milk. Why's my voice already dying? I think I read too much on Mofu stream. Oh wait, nasty, you stop that. This is my personal decision as a professional author, and I plan to stick to it. You actually did, kind of. Okay. Wait, is that a spider? Wait, hold up. That's not a spider. I got spooked for a second. Alright. Until I won that award, I didn't stand out much at school. I wasn't an excellent student and didn't study very much. But the moment that Kimikage So debuted, everyone went nuts over it, and I really got to bathe in the spotlight. People often tell me that the title of my novel, Kimikage So, sounds pretty somber and austere, but a novel isn't stiff at all. It's actually super easy to get through. I wrote it in a simpler style so that teens like me could breeze through it. Kimikage So is about a 15-year-old girl who, accidentally finding out that she is adopted, goes searching for her real father and secretly writes him letters. It's an epistolary novel, told from the perspective of their letters to one another. Yeah, that's what epistolary means. It means like the story is basically written in like as if like the character wrote it, like whether it's through letters, a diary entry, or whatever. Technically, I would say Diary of a Wimpy Kid is an epistolary novel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah, it was really interesting. The only reason I know that's because of English class. I read it once. I read a novel like that once. But her father's very last letter is blank, with only a pressed flower inside of it. That is so cute. In truth? Wait, this is so cute. So basically in the novel, which is like done in like through letters, so the novel is all just letters of the daughter to her father. And in the last chapter, the last letter basically, is a father just giving her a flower. Mofu, come see me after class today. You'll be taking a test, and if you fail, you're expelled. In truth, her father collapsed from an illness that rendered him unable to speak or write, and he had dedicated his last bit of strength to putting all his love into the last letter. And then the story ends. My story was born from one of my daydreams. It was something I came up with trying to imagine what it would be like if I had been adopted. Everyone had thought about this at least once, right? I decided to make the main character a very contemporary girl. The story grew from there, and I ended up writing it all in one sitting. I wanted my novel to convey the importance of family ties. We live in a world where relationships tend to wear thin, and I wanted people to realize how precious these connections really are. Well, okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. I was so surprised when I was nominated for the literary prize in the young adult novel category, and it felt even more unreal when I actually won it. I was just so grateful and embarrassed, but I was proud to know that my message had really gotten out there. I always liked to write. I never imagined I would actually debut as an author. Everyone at school freaked out after I won the award. The principal publicly commended me at school, and all these TV shows and magazines were doing stories on me. I became like famous overnight. Since my novel had become so popular, Itsumi Shiraishi invited me into the literature club when I got into high school. The high school literature club she'd revived. No one could join this exclusive club without Itsumi's invitation. At the time, Itsumi and Sayuri were the only two members because no one was cool enough to live up to their standards. This is proven to be not true in the other diaries, or the other entries. Short stories. The special salon, tucked away in the corner of the annex, sounded so gorgeous from the rumors I had heard. All the girls in junior high knew about the salon and everyone wanted in. I used to look out the window and secretly wish, not even to be a member, but just to be invited to drink tea with them someday. After all, I knew an average student like me would never be good enough for a world of such grace. And after I won the literary prize, I half expected Itsumi to let me join the club. And then, a few weeks into high school, Itsumi and Sayuri showed up at my classroom. It was like a dream come true. "We read your novel. It was fantastic. Will you please join our club?" Itsumi asked. The classroom buzzed with excitement. First of all, they were a remarkable pair. They had this aura that the underclassmen found hard to approach. They shone so brightly that they burned your eyes if you got too close. It was crazy to think that they had come to me, stood right in front of me to invite me to their club. "With pleasure," I replied, shaking Itsumi's hand. My classmates squealed with excitement. I was trying to play it cool, but secretly my legs were shaking. Also, I was so honored to be the first member of the club. They had chosen me. What's a sub-skin color? I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of sub-skin color. What the heck is sub-skin color? If you play around with it and you don't know what it is, Mofu, it might be if you change your race, or you change into the robot race too. Maybe the sub-skin color is those things. But I don't know. I've never heard of subspace or skin color. But you can play around with it and see. If you can't, you can just search up it. There's like a guide that tells you what everything does. Yeah, when the user interface back then, when the user interface was so confusing, there was an online guide on the official website that tells you what everything does. It was horrible back then. Now it's not as bad, but it's still kind of confusing sometimes. Itsumi's hand was warm. My heart raced late into the night. Hopefully fake fan. Wait, no, please stop. Itsumi loved Kimikagezo. Well, it's kind of embarrassing to say this, but she pretty much raved about it. She talked about it at our book discussion and even put a copy of it in the library. "Can I have your autograph?" she asked. I played along. Turned to a random page in the middle of the book, wrote my name and, "To Itsumi Shiraishi, the beautiful president of our beloved literature club." I can't believe I had the guts to write that. Itsumi let me write in the salon whenever I wanted to, and I was really grateful for that. The literature club provided me with the funds to order the books I needed from Japan and abroad. Kind of like how the medieval European patrons used to be. You may be thinking like, okay, stop exaggerating. But I'd be typing in the Gothic-style literary salon and look up to suddenly find black tea and freshly baked cookies on my right. And the files I had asked for on my left, just try and picture that. I'm sure you'd say the word patron without even thinking. I made friends with the members of the club and grew closer to Itsumi, the girl I had always worshipped. Itsumi and I became even better friends during our homestay in Bulgaria. We were only there for 2 short weeks, but it was really fun. Even Mr. Hojo was startled at how happy we were. No one at school had ever asked to stay abroad in Bulgaria, a completely unfamiliar country to us, but Itsumi had apparently already gone the year before. The first student from the academy to go. Most students choose to stay abroad in America or England, and yet there was Itsumi. There Itsumi was, going to Bulgaria. I was dumbfounded as to why she would choose such a, I shouldn't say it, but backwater country in the first place. She even had the guts to go alone. so I also settled on Bulgaria. If I'm lucky enough, I'll be able to spend one-on-one time with Itsumi, I thought to myself. And then, my wish actually came true. I'm so glad you're coming. I was so bored when I went alone last year, Itsumi told me. I really enjoyed going to all the different places with her. On that trip, I discovered a lot of things about Itsumi. It was really nice staying in a small village instead of a city. I also became besties with Diana and Emma. It was a really precious experience for me. This, by the way, Diana was the one who accuses Shio, the author, who is writing this short story right now, talking about this short story. So basically, Shio is saying that she became besties with Diana, but Diana is accusing of Shio that she completely hates them, basically. So completely opposites of what they're saying right now. I was supposed to stay at this woman's Bessie's house, but she told me I had to sleep in the living room. Frankly, Emma kinda messed up. She got all flustered when I asked to be moved to another homestay, and then said that she wouldn't be able to find a ready place for me to stay. At that point, I told her I didn't mind staying in a hotel. So even though the homestay program was supposed to be the highlight of the Stay Abroad program, which required me to stay at a local home, I ended up lodging in a hotel. I'm sure Emma would have gotten in trouble if I had reported her to the school, but I could tell that she was doing her best and told her I'd keep it a secret. Thank you for not saying anything, Shio. We couldn't live without Emma's job, Diana told me. But hey, that's what friends do, right? Speaking of friends, Itsumi once bought us all good luck bracelets from the Rila church. When you put on a good luck bracelet, you're supposed to make a wish. Right arm for love, left arm for studies, right leg for friendship, and left leg for fortune. I think. I put mine on my right leg because I wanted to be closer friends with Itsumi. It was embarrassing to put it on in front of her, so I just did it like really fast. I watched Diana and Emma put theirs on their right arm. Emma chose her right arm because she hoped to marry her boyfriend someday. Diana didn't say anything, but I think she might have liked someone at the time. So this bracelet that's mentioned here in Diana's short story, she mentioned that she implied it in her story that Shio actually, instead of putting it on her right leg, she just put it in her bag and she ended up throwing it in the trash in the story. So here it says that she actually put it on. I wished as hard as I could, hoping that my wish to be great friends with Itsumi would come true really soon. But the next day I heard a snap, and the bracelet was broken. These things aren't supposed to break, so I was shocked, but maybe it was the bracelet working in my favor. Itsumi and I got so close during stay abroad, it was almost like we were actual sisters. So it snapped, so maybe that's why she threw it in the trash, because it snapped. Or that's what she's saying in her short story at least. When Japanese people think of Bulgaria, they also think of yogurt. And it turned out Bulgarians really do have yogurt with everything. In Japan, yogurt usually goes with dessert, but in Bulgaria it goes on fish, meat, and even vegetables. And Bulgaria is famous for flowers. I bought tons of floral souvenirs. Rose oil, rose water, rose jam. What girl doesn't love roses? Yo, I got roses from someone. And it was on Valentine's Day too. Yo, I don't mean to brag, but you know, I was very popular back in middle school, and someone gave me a rose. Yeah, it died the next day. Yo, I don't know if I like put it properly in the water or I just forgot about it, but it died. It just straight up peaced out and wilted. Peace. It was just this girl that played chess at the library back then when I was in middle school, and I would always go to the library, the local library, just to like play with random people. And she was actually really good. I'm better though, wink wonk. And I got the flower and yeah, it died. Whoopsies. Well, aren't you a chess heartthrob? I'm exaggerating a lot. Well, not really. That's what happened. But there was no special meaning behind the flower though, or the rose. She was just there for a few weeks and then she never came again. At the library. It's usually just me and this one older dude playing chess together. I still have his phone number, but it's kind of weird asking for chess now. Or I don't really want to socialize. But it was pretty chill playing chess with him. Thank you for the meanwhile work. Oh, okay, yeah, Aki, take care. Have a good lurk. Someone also gave me a rose and I threw it because I got scared and my friends might see it and question me about it. Yo, facts, Mofu. Yo, every time I like get home from school like late or whatever, or like college classes that get home later than usual, I would they would ask me like where I was, and I was like, oh yeah, I was just eating out with a friend, like getting bubble tea with a friend, and they would ask me was it a girl, and even if it was a girl, I would say no, it was a dude. And they're like, yeah, sure, and they walk away. Okay, I'm pretty sure they buy that too, dude. They're like, oh man, like Swiper from Dora. Oh man, and then they walk away. And then I'm like, whew, dodge that one. But it really happens anyways. But yeah, I would just lie. It's a dude. If it was a girl. But no, I never had like even like a close to like a matchmaking kind of session or like a date with someone. I would call it a date. Like I never had that experience actually. It was usually just very platonic hangouts. I wouldn't call it platonic. It just happens randomly sometimes. I don't know why they ask or why some people ask, and I just join them, and then I think it's because I make it so that I make myself so boring and like unwilling to like pursue more or make myself be pursued more or have it be pursued more that it just never happens again. And I do it on purpose, cause like what am I going like I guess all like the dudes and not dudes when we do hang out, all they talk about like real life stuff that I can't relate to, like real normal stuff that I can't relate to, and I can only talk about anime, light novels, video games. Got any manga? Y'all like any of that? Wink wonk. No one likes that stuff. It's all about like sports, hiking, working out, exercise, nice restaurants nearby. What's your favorite temperature? Stuff like that. You spend time with dudes and telling my mom they're all girls, but yeah, all just friendly hangouts, yeah. Most of you actually, most of the topics when we hang out is someone complaining about something to me. They're always complaining about something happening in life. I'm like, yes, relatable. But nah, it's not relatable. And it's not too much stuff to complain about my life. I'm living on easy mode. I just need to find a job, and I just need to find like a job that's like even if it was like minimum wage, I think I'll still be fine if it's like minimum wage for the rest of my life. Because I'm just chilling in my house, like it's all paid off. I don't need to go out and get my own house. I just live here basically. Like, I live with my parents, but my parents are super old, and they just they kind of just like remodeled, not really remodeled the house, but kind of like they added a back room and like painted stuff and added roofing to it. And they're saying you better stay in this house. If you move out and buy a new house, we just wasted all this money for nothing. And like, sure thing, dude. So I'm just chilling in this house. So I am living on easy mode, so I don't really need. The only thing I need to pay is like just like bills, like internet bills and water bill, electricity bill. Like that's it. I don't need to pay anything house related. Other than that, so I do live a very easy life. But because of that, I don't really do anything in like at school or in life in general. I just take the easy way out. I don't know why I went for a job in the future. Yeah, I'm super. Yeah, I live a very chill life, and I'm just alone most of the time too. Streaming is a nice middle ground, but yeah, I'm just chilling. I don't know. I'm very sad. I'm very easily satisfied and happy. But I guess the only stress right now I have, man, I need a job. I need to get a job right this summer, huh? Like, if worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna hit up my local McDonald's and be like, hey, you got me? You got me. And I'm just in the back, flipping burgers and trying to prevent rats from jumping in the deep fryer. Oh my god, the memes. Oh, you stopped that mobile. FNAF Happy Meal. What the heck? But yeah, I did just recently, uh, like, uh, like there's this. Okay, I'm not gonna say the names because I'll just talk to myself. But like the government here, the government like district thing, whatever. They have like post jobs here and there. And I applied for like a library related job. That seems super chill. I hope I get it. But I doubt I'll get it. Because it seems like such a chill and easy job that I think everyone's gonna go for it. And it's a government job too, so. If I get chosen for an interview, I'm gonna have to like shave my like little amounts of facial hair. I have like no facial hair, but I still have it. Get a haircut, get a suit, show them an interview, be like, hey, how are you doing? And with like proper capitalizations and proper commas and periods. That's basically how I'll need to talk. Oh, it's been a while since I've talked formally. Honestly, at this point, in the last 2 years, I've talked with more politeness and formality. I've been more formal in Japanese way more times than I've been formal in English in the past 2 years. Every time you leave the Japanese classroom, arigatou gozaimasu. Oh, konnichiwa, sensei. Hey yo. Alright, yo, I just ramble about random stuff and wasted like 8 minutes talking about parents being whack and life. And no, Mofo, you don't steal my identity away. Yeah. My parents do ask me like, huh, why don't we hang out with girls all the time? Why don't you hang out with girls or something? And like, huh? You think I can do that? With how informal I am generally, sure. Oh, you stop that. Yeah. I mean, the professor or teachers here, I mean, you're just so chill. Like high school, middle school, in the US at least, or here where I went, teachers are big chill. Like, you can literally just go up to like most teachers in middle school or high school saying, hey yo, what's up, dog? And most of the time they'll like, and they'll just do a head nod and or like raise their or like wave with their hand. They don't care. But there are strict teachers though. Same with me, bad RNG mofo. Asian parents be like. I should also learn how to drive this summer too. I still haven't learned to drive this summer. Or I mean, I still haven't learned to drive. I've had my permit for like, since like, when I was like 18 or 19 years old. So for a while, I think it's expired now. I don't know how long permits last. I still don't have a license. Should probably get one soon, huh? I just never felt the need to get one. I just hop on the bus and beep boop my way everywhere. My relatives living here just ask me when I'm planning to have a family because they want grandchildren. Oh no, Wolfu. Shoot, if my mom hits me with that, I don't know what to say. Because my parents are pretty old. I should be fine, right? Or my dad's side at least. My sisters, like there's already like, I already have like nieces and nephews, so for my dad it's not too bad. I think my mom specifically wants me though. Wants to see my grandchildren, or wants to see the grandchildren from my side though. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine my dad in like the next like 5 years. I can't imagine. That's so insane. That's such a big significant part of your life. I can't imagine right now. Mofu, no, don't kick the kids. Honestly, I'll probably just adopt a cat and be like, "Hey, mom, this is your grandchild." Meow. I'm so low IQ right now. You show them a bug cat. Okay. Or Mofus, go focus on work. Go focus on customizing your character. I need to start reading again. That was a nice break. How much do we even read? Ah, shoot, we read 5 pages of like, I don't know. We need 15 more. I told my mom, hey mom, you're getting tons of cats and dogs as children's, but she was just staring. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know what for me. I don't think I'll ever plan on finding love kick W. It'll just happen to be randomly. Like this summer, this August, I'm gonna go to the Obon festival. Go to the festival, start dancing, and then the people going to the dance classes, I'll see people my age. We'll start hitting up each other. We'll talk about dancing, Japanese culture. Turns out they love light novels, poggers, and we start dancing together at the garden. And that's how it's gonna happen. Just kidding. For the past 2 years, it's just been old men and women. Like it's just been elderly people learning how to dance, and I'm like the only I'm the only kid that's like under like 40 years old. Probably. The only person younger than 4 years old dancing with like the group there. Mofu, stop! It's not cringe. But yeah, I'll probably just be dancing. I'll be. Yeah, I'm just gonna be dancing with old people again. But because of that, because I dance in the center, a lot of the people watching me didn't learn how to dance though during the actual festival. Hello, what are you reading? Hello, Winter Mutant, and thanks for the follow. I have alerts busy around. Oh, we're super distracted right now. We're reading something called. Oh, I'm not sending them to you. Honestly, maybe I'll send them to you this year. Just that it's really easy to dox myself, because the place we dance at is a pretty, I wouldn't say famous place. It's a pretty it's a place that's easily recognizable. I'll DM it to you, Mofo, on it. And if the festival happens in August. But I probably won't share on the server. Winter. So we're reading The Dark Maidens. Honestly, the darkest stuff I won't even. Honestly, same here, Mofo. Like, why would search up? I don't know any places in the Philippines. The cities are in names of a language I don't even know. Like Bora? More like Dora the Explorer. I didn't even know. Yeah, Mofu, if you did, I don't know where to. You sent me so much stuff, I don't even know. I don't know, I don't even care. Like, or I mean, if you want me to care, I'll care. But I don't care, like, to respect privacy. I'm pretty sure Blue doxed themselves so many times, but I don't care either. I still don't know what Blue looks like, even though I could have just went to their Facebook page whenever I wanted and look at their photos. I don't care either. No, please care about me. I'm kidding. Alright, so sorry, Winter. So we're reading about The Dark Maidens, which is about a literature club. Yeah, wait, Winter. That is a fantastic. That is a fantastic definition of light novels. Yes, you're right on, Winter. Yep, young adult novels that are within. I wouldn't even say Eastern culture, Japanese culture. Because light novels are more of like a Japanese derived, I guess, or Japanese influence. But yes, exactly that, Winter. And The Dark Maidens is about a literature club in an all-girls school where the president has mysteriously passed away. And the vice president gathers everyone from a literature club to the what is it? Gathers everyone to meet up and talk about what happened during that day of the death, and also their relationship to the president of the literature club who has died, to try to figure out why the death happened and whatever. And they're spoken, and the story is given in a way that they're done in short stories in the perspective of each character. So everything they could be saying could be lies or truths, either or. And also, just imagine it's Among Us, but everyone has lies and truths to it. and in the end they'll vote someone out. Yeah, lots of, yeah, it depends. If it's last 2 weeks has been pretty chill. But because of this stinky Mofu is here, I've been rambling a lot. And hey Livia, hope you're doing well. I have this character map that I used to summarize the entire story on like who's accusing who, and but basically they're all accusing each other, and they all have very they all have different like truths and lies to their stories, to their accounts, I mean. And I recount them at the start of the story at the start of every stream. So at the end of the stream, if you want to watch the VOD, like the first 20 minutes, or on the 15-minute mark or something, it's me recounting the story. And I'll do it again next week, but next week we'll be finishing the book. And as a heads up to everyone else, remember, this is the next book we'll be reading after we finish this next week. After we finish this book next week, the week after that, we'll be starting on The Tunnel to Summer and Accept Goodbyes. Really, I'm actually comparing this Among Us. It's actually just Among Us. Alright, let's go back to reading. Alright, no more talking about life and whatever. Mofu, you're stinky, that's all I need to know. And Livia, save me, please. Mofu is evil. Alright, let's continue reading. I'll be honest, I've been rambling for so long, I don't remember where I was. Was it here? No, but we talked about the yogurt thing. Oh yeah, we were here. Mofu not stinky, Livia? You wouldn't know. No, I'm kidding. Alright, let's continue reading. We had a great time everywhere we went, but the most unforgettable experience was our shoreside picnic. Just imagine, a forest blooming with mimosas and magnolias. The calm, rolling tide, birds chirping sweetly, it was like we were lost in a fairy tale. We sat on the grass, drinking sweet plum juice with our sandwiches. Though Emma had taken us to so many historical sites and ruins, for me, that simple picnic was the most fun of all. They get more focus on the story. Fresh frozen tofu, Marks, thank you frozen tofu. I got to be alone with Itsumi on the picnic. Emma and Diana were busy with something else, so Itsumi and I decided to set off on our own adventure. The lake was too pretty not to go in. We hadn't brought our swimsuits, so we decided to skinny dip. The water was a little chilly, but in the warmth of the May sun, the cold felt refreshing, and Itsumi's body was so gorgeous. Her long, glamorous hair clung to her fingers when she rose from the lake, and the sunlight coming through the tree leaves glinted through the drops of water falling from her body. It was like she was Venus in William Adolph's Bulgari's. I can't pronounce that. The Birth of Venus. I do know the drawing though. Or the painting. And I say that as someone who has seen that painting in person. When I lived in France, I saw it in the Musée d'Orsay. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I'm mispronouncing all this. But I have to say that Itsumi's body was far more sensual, even more than Bulgaro's painting. Hey, what? Read that again? Read what again? I'm not reading. The Birth of Venus? Yeah, Olivia, take care. Take care. Wish you the best. By the way, do you know that Venus was born from a Why are they explaining this? Boogerol. Boogerol. Alright guys, I'm so sorry, but I'm actually gonna say this. I won't say the word too. I usually don't say these words on stream, but it's gonna happen. Because I have to say every word from the book, so I'm gonna say it. I won't stop until I finish this paragraph. By the way, Do you know that Venus was born from a severed penis? The sky father, Uranus, hated his son so much that he put him back into his mother. I'm sorry, I can't keep a straight face. What does this mean? Okay, I didn't know this. The sky father, Uranus, hated his son so much that he put him back into his mother's womb. Gaia's womb. Oh, the gods are crazy. Gaia punished Uranus by ordering her son to cut off his father's penis with a sickle. Uranus' genitalia splashed into the ocean with liquid seeping elephant that turned into bubbles, and thus Venus was born. Okay, guys, whoever is new, who doesn't know, who was like first time like paying attention to the book and heard that is just like, it's just a backstory to a painting, okay? It's completely unrelated to the book. I'm so sorry. Here is a poem that Angelo Poliziano wrote about this myth. In the stormy Aegean, the genital member is soon to be received in the lap of Tethys, to drift across the waves wrapped in white foam beneath the various turnings of the planets, and within, born with lovely and happy gestures, a young woman with non-human countenance is carried on a conch shell, wafted to shore by playful zephyrs, and it seems that heaven rejoices in her birth. I would like to deeply apologize. I'm so sorry. Both, please. It's Uranus, okay? It's not the other pronunciation. Actually, it might be. I'm not sure. I pronounce that Uranus because I don't want to pronounce it the other way. Most people agree it was Poliziano's poem, which I just read to you, that inspired Sandro's Botticelli's for the birth of Venus. Still, imagine having your genitals cut off and thrown into the ocean. Awful, isn't it? But I totally get how Venus's beauty could be born from the sky father's castration. And I feel like the beauty born from male castration somehow fits into me to a T. A world devoid of men. A divine beauty that only existed in an all-girls school. I guess unique environments breed exceptional beauty. Emerging from the lake, Itsumi's naked body wasn't lascivious, but was pure, mystical, and bursting with light. The wind fluttered behind her, green grass sprouted from the earth, and ripples formed on the water as if nature was worshipping her as a goddess. That naked body and gaze, as soft as the Virgin Mary's, broke all the rules. If I were a boy, I would have been so twisted by her beauty that I would have thrown myself into the lake. Ah yes, I can practice that idea in my next novel. Alright, have a good one, Eggy. Bustin' the stream, by the way. I was lurking the entire time doing nothing. I mean, honestly, I did like not that much homework today. I was just so tired today. I swear, I'll do more homework tomorrow, okay? And if not, definitely Saturday. If not, definitely Sunday. If not, I'm done for. It's over. After the picnic, we were supposed to visit a museum with Mr. Hojo, but it was too much of a hassle to go after swimming. I lied and said I was sick, that I wandered off on my own, taking pictures. And man, I really took a lot. I think the reason I feel uncomfortable walking alone in a foreign country is because I used to live in one for so long. Shoot, I'm sorry. You might like actually hear me smiling and laughing randomly because I'm still thinking about this legend, this myth. Oh my god! Imagine it. Your father hated you so much, they just press the button to say, "Shoot, go back." I'm so sorry. No, Mofu, please. Shoot, go back. And the mother's like, what the heck? And pulls out a Uno reverse card to have the son just go sicko mode. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that just came to my mind because he cut it off with the sickle, so I said sickle. I'm so sorry. Oh god, this is so bad. I wanted to read to regain my IQ from yesterday's stream, but I'm losing more IQ. This is so bad. Okay. No, please stop. Play more Apex instead. Facts. Okay, where were we? Yo, Uranus went sicko mode. You sure what was the name? It was... No, Uranus was the father. Wait, who was the son's name? I never mentioned the son's name, I think. Oh, whoever that was. Okay. You know, stop. Just read. I think the reason I feel comfortable walking alone in a foreign country is because I used to live in one for so long. Due to my father's work, I live in France from grades 1 through 6. I traveled to various European countries with my family: Italy, Spain, Switzerland, Belgium, England at the time. I had taken my travels for granted, but now I realized that I had truly been blessed. France is my second home. I want to live there again someday. I feel like it somehow suits me better than the rigid confines of Japan. I feel calm when I'm in France. I guess it's kind of thing that happens when you grow up overseas. Choco, no please. Choco, nothing happened. Choco, no. Perhaps my time abroad as a child is what made me so extraordinarily picky about the Japanese words I use in my novels. Yes, I'm sure of it. Without a doubt, the 6 years I spent in France are as much a part of me as my flesh and blood. They have most certainly improved my writing skills. Mofo, there's no shot. You definitely typed that right when Choco message just so that you can shake, just so that I can make everyone shook. Oh no, Uranus is the father, Mofu. The son doesn't have a name, I believe. But so basically, so the son got yeeted back to the womb, but Mama's like, you know, or Mama, who's Gaia said, you know, that's very rude of your father. How about you go sickle mode on your father? And the son went insane on Uranus, and the genitalia got cut into the ocean. And because it went into the ocean, because it's a myth, by the way, this doesn't happen IRL. Because it went into the ocean and fused with it, and ended up giving birth. The ocean and Uranus's genitalia ended up giving birth to Venus. Yeah, Venus came from the ocean. Mofo, I can't be made to explain that to you. Nashing, get out of here. It's not safe here. Choco, get out of here too. It's not safe here. Yo, those myths, those like god myths, or myths about the gods, are like crack cocaine. Hey Mofu, no please, that's only like a paragraph in this book. It's only like 2 paragraphs in this book. And honestly, that's probably the only thing I'll remember like a year from now. Nah, that's actually just mad sus here. Don't worry about it. Actually, do worry. Even after we returned to Japan, Itsuma and I were still sisters. We joked around in a salon and I did silly things to get her attention. The Itsumi had fun with our little games and let me depend on her as I would on a sister. What time is it, by the way? Oh my gosh, it's 2. I need like another hour to read this. After Diana came to Japan, the 3 of us often reminisced about Bulgaria together. I felt bad that this left the other members out, but it wasn't intentional. Sonoko seemed especially pissed about it, but for the 3 of us, this was such a special memory that we just couldn't help it. Yeah, Dash, I actually do worry, but I'm so sorry. Now, we really acted like sisters at the Easter festival. I had been chosen to be an Easter bunny. Supposedly, this was Itsumi's dad, the chairman's idea. When I went to the executive committee's office to pick up the suit, I saw the head and the torso separated, lined up on the floor, with Is this will be its with its severed head? With is severed head? I don't think that's not right, right? I think that's its. With its severed head and its creepy, plastic blue eyes, the Easter Bunny, a symbol of life and glory, looked like it had been brutally murdered. It was terrifying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not not is. And also it's actually it's without the apostrophe. It only needs the apostrophe. It only needs the apostrophe if it's it is. Like with it is the head, or was it? With it is severed head? Doesn't make sense, so it's with its head. But you do need an apostrophe if you're talking about possession from someone. Like Mofu's stinky tofu, then you would need the apostrophe s. But for it, you don't need that. I don't know why. I don't know. So it's makes sense here. It's creepy. It's creepy plastic blue eyes. It doesn't make sense to say it is creepy plastic blue eyes. Its head? No. It would be, it is... Yeah. Yeah, it's just being the bunny. With the bunny's severed head, so the bunny would have the apostrophe s. But you just say it's instead. You don't say it bunny. You say it's severed head. So you could say with the bunny's severed head, bunny with apostrophe s. But then you would just say it's without the apostrophe s, because that's the possession. Wolfie's bread with its stinky head. You stop that, Mofu. Yeah, exactly that, Dashing. Oh, that's creative bring back. God dang it, Mofu. Oh, you stop that. Now, it's creepy would make sense. It is creepy. It, with apostrophe s, it is creepy would make sense. But it's not talking about it's creepy. It's just talking about creepy, it's creepy plastic blue eyes. It's talking about the bunny's creepy plastic blue eyes. And it's wrong with Lofi. Actually, just basic English right now. Yo, I am not having fun learning Japanese. It was super fun, like learning the beginning, but then just going up learning about like all the different forms of like verbs in Japanese. My brain is just exploding, and I don't want to learn Japanese anymore. I'm kidding, I still want to, but it's my brain just melts. What was it? Taberu? Like taberu? To eat? Taberu to eat? Tabeyo? Asking, like demanding you to eat, I think. And it's like tabemashita, like I ate. And there's like taberaremasu, which is to be eaten. And then there's like the other forms which I don't know. There's like potential form, which is can be eaten, which I also think is taberaremasu, but I might be wrong. And there's a volitional form, which is will be eaten. But yeah. And tabe sasemasu or whatever. Oh, it was toreto oi. Yeah, I learned those. I learned it, but like it doesn't stick in my head. I forget them. Bleh. Alright. The Easter Bunny, a symbol of life and glory, looked like it had been brutally murdered. It was terrifying. With your brain, what? You stop that? Your brain's stinky. You're a mofo. And I didn't expect the inside of the suit to be so hot and stuffy. I was super depressed and dreaded wearing it for the next few hours. I thought I had such bad luck. I put on the torso, another volunteer zipped me in the back, zipped me up in the back, and I slipped on the head and gloves. Yeah, whatever, mofo. How's PSL2 going, huh? How's your character going? I thought, ugh, and I just painted my nails too. Our school usually forbids manicures, but I painted mine with the Easter egg paint. We wouldn't get scolded for using the leftover Easter egg paint, so everyone was doing it, but the stupid costume hit my pretty green nails. And my fake eyelashes were perfect too, but of course the costume also covered that. Don't make me wake up tomorrow and see you still be customizing your character, Mofu. As I walked around my Easter Bunny costume, I had to do this happy looking dance. Children sometimes called me over. and I help them look for eggs. Mofu, just do whatever you want, like do the main story, whatever. But I kind of, I low key, Mofu, I want to do the dungeons with you. I don't want to do what was it? I don't want to do the dungeons alone, Mofu. I want to do with you. Which are called the cocoons. Which is basically the importance of the cocoons, Mofu, are as important as like getting like the Anemo oculuses in Genshin Impact to raise your stamina at the statue. Alright, Mofu, you're banned. Wait. As I walked around in my Easter egg bunny costume, I had to do this happy looking— wait, I read this. The costume was terribly heavy. Even though my shoulders were stiff, I still waved my arms as much as I could and lifted my legs and shook my waist. Oh my god, okay, you know what? I'm not, oh thank god there's so much dialogue here. Okay. I'm ignoring chat now. We're speed reading. I want to end the stream early because I hate chat. No, I'm kidding. I just want to chill. It's they're actually set at a certain level. I will be over leveled, but you will be but you'll be the right level. Or we'll only do the dungeons that you can do, Mofu. But actually I won't be over leveled, Mofu, because I'm going to use a different class. I'm going to use the same character, but I'm going to use a different class. So I'll actually be around the same level as you. I think. I forgot what level that class is, but I'll be around the same level as you. Because what the heck, I'm not going to carry you, Mofu. You're going to carry me, actually. I'm just chilling. Alright. Kek W. Oh my, is that Shio in there? I heard a voice call. I couldn't hear very clearly with all the mesh around my ears and didn't know where the sound was coming from. I spun around and searched for the source. Right here. Someone's hand touched my fuzzy arm. Through the hole in its headpiece, I could only see our school uniform. Who is it? It's Itsumi. Ah, Itsumi. You knew it was me, even though we're all wearing the same costume? I knew right away. How? I mean, your dance is the worst. She snickered loudly. Itsumi, that's not nice. I'm sweating in here and trying my best. Are you hot? Oh, extremely. You poor thing. Here, come with me. Itsumi hooked arms with me. She pretended to dance with me, her Easter bunny friend, while leading me to the back of the gym. Nobody's ever here, she said, so I can take off the costume and take a break. She really saved me back there. I took off my sweat-soaked gloves and tugged at the headpiece, but it was stuck. Itsumi, it won't come off. Itsumi tried pulling at the headpiece, but it caught on my jaw and I wouldn't budge. Ow, that hurts. Just bear with me, okay? One more time. She tugged so hard, I thought my neck was gonna come off. Ow, that hurts. Itsumi, seriously, stop. If you don't stop, I'll never forgive you. I shrieked in pain, and then I heard footsteps. Oh no. Everyone found out I was shirking my Easter bunny duties. Itsumi's dad would definitely get mad at me. Why are you speed running? Oh, don't worry about Mofu. I just want to rest early. You know, I'll be honest. I want to end stream so I can eat Pringles while I just laze around on someone's stream and draw. Well, not even draw, just reading. Read manga while I eat Pringles and chill on someone's stream. Staring at ASR version, always love that. Alright. Oh wait. Oh, and by the way, just to mention this scene, by the way. So Itsumi or Shio is talking about how she wants to take a break, right? And they're at the gym, and she wants her head, her bunny head, to be taken off so that she can like have like a breather and take a break from, you know, from being an Easter bunny. So they're planning to take a break from the gym, and basically, who is it? Itsumi, the president, is trying to help take her head off. So Diana, so she hears someone coming by, right? This is Diana, by the way. Diana's account, which was in like that 2 chapters ago, talked about how when she went to the gym, she saw Shio choking Itsumi. But actually, so what's being implied here is the opposite. It actually looks like Itsumi is choking Shio because Itsumi is trying to help Shio take her head off, or to like take a break. But I guess Diana took that as choking, or like an act of just took that as choking. Dungeons and Dragons? No, what do you mean Dungeons and Dragons? And so yeah, I guess we'll find out more. But yeah, so this is how. So I mean, Diana could be lying or misinterpreting stuff, or actually, Shio here could be actually completely lying too. There's no proof anywhere. Anyway, Shio, wait, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Shio could be lying too. I don't know, who knows? But this is just Shio's way of like proving her innocence or giving her account on Diana accusing her. Because she thought she was the one doing the choking. Anyways, Itsumi, I hiss. What do we do? You go escape from the other side. Don't worry, I'll distract them. But just go. Itsumi pushed me from behind, and I scurried away. Why did Itsumi's stupid dad have this weird idea to get us in Easter Bunny costumes? I cursed at him under my breath. Back in the main festival grounds, I started to dance around a circle of kids with the other Easter Bunnies. Whose footsteps had we heard anyway? Behind the gym, I had totally panicked, but now that Itsumi's gone, I look back on the incident fondly. I never thought that she would die just a few weeks later. No! The Easter festival closed with the Eucharist. I don't know what that means. We bid farewell to their parents and caretakers, tidied up, and held the Eucharist in the new church. Although the entire student body was present, only the students who'd been baptized could participate. They joined the priests under the cross and were handed bread and wine. You have been given the body of Christ. Amen. This is the blood that Christ shed for you. Amen. I was one of the baptized students. I always feel solemn when I put the bread on my tongue and sip wine from the small chalice. The ritual depicts the Last Supper and have been practiced for over 2,000 years, and I always take it very seriously. Even a high schooler like me knows how important it is. 2,000 years seems like an eternity. Every year, Itsumi read from the Bible for the Eucharist, but this year, Sayuri stood at the altar instead. I scanned the church, but Itsumi was nowhere to be found. I thought she might have gotten into trouble for letting me take a rest in the gym. I started to worry, and right after the Eucharist ended, went looking for her. Finally, I found Itsumi in the salon, blankly staring out the window, standing there as if nothing had happened. Oh, Itsumi, I'm so glad you're here, I said. Oh no, did Mass end already? Itsumi turned and asked. Yeah, I didn't see you there, so I got worried. I'm just a little tired. I'm sorry I worried you. Was everything okay at the gym? No problem at all. No one saw you. Itsumi smiled. Her collar gaped slightly. She wore a red scarf over her neck. What about the scarf? I asked. Oh, this goes to the top 5 winners of the egg hunt. They already announced the winner, so I grabbed one of these and took a little cat nap at the back of the gym. But actually, I'm wearing last year's scarf. I promise I'll give one of the kids that cry when they lose, Itsumi said, sticking out her tongue mischievously like a child. Okay, so she's wearing a scarf, right? Diana, in her account, she mentioned that Itsumi was wearing a scarf because she was trying to hide the choke marks that Shio did to her. Because Shio was like choking to kill Itsumi, but because Diana was there last second, Shio ran away. And she mentioned that she had a scarf for the rest of the festival because she was trying to hide the choke marks from everyone else. And then here in Shio's account, she's just explaining that she just has the scarf just cause the scarf is cool. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure there's like half truths and half lies everywhere. All right, I'm glad that's all it is. The tension had left my shoulders. Just then, the door swung open and the members entered the room. Let's keep this between you and me, okay? Whispered Itsumi, winking at me as she put her fingers to her lips. Yamo, no, don't choke him, Pog. Okay, I'll keep it a secret, I said gleefully. My voice was too loud and she glared at me. Oh, we're doing well, Yamo. Our club's Easter festival sales totaled 420,000 yen. As expected, we were sold out. Even when we took out the 180,000 yen that went to the ingredients and the 100,000 yen that the literature club retained for its Why is it extortions? Extortions? Though she had lived an easy life, Itsumi knew to claim what she deserved. We were still able to donate 140,000 yen to charity. We all gave opinions on who we wanted to donate the profits to, the upperclassmen, and it would be a good lesson for us to decide based off on our own beliefs rather than on what the school tells us to do. So every year we discuss our options, take a poll, and then donate the funds to a charity that wins the majority of votes. But this time, everyone wanted something different. Sonoko wanted to donate to underfunded hospitals, merely children's retirement homes, Itsumi suggested orphanages. I want to do something for children in need, Itsumi said definitively. There are many reasons why children don't have parents. I want to make their lives easier. Just look at the picture. Itsumi showed us a photo of an adorable baby. Wait, why am I being so fast now? What was she the best? Itsumi showed us a photo of an adorable baby. Some babies are so unfortunate that they can't even meet their parents after they're born. Right. Fat teardrops fell from her eyes. Everyone was moved at Itsumi's words and agreed with her. Yes, let's go into the orphanage. My opinion of Itsumi improved even more. She was someone truly filled with love. But I gotta say, you couldn't have sold all the cakes and cookies if it hadn't been for Akane Kominami. Even if someone used the exact same utensils, ingredients, and baking techniques as Akane, her desserts would still come out on top. Her timing and intuitions for baking was just uncanny. I secretly called Akane Alice. She wore a frilling apron and would fit perfectly in a fairy tale, just like Alice in Wonderland. And that's right, once she staged a totally stylish tea party when we discussed Alice in Wonderland, she recreated the baked butter, molasses tarts, and the Mad Hatter's tea. Gave us all hats too, saying, "You have to put these on, please." I didn't know where she found those pieces of headgear. She gave Mireille a playing cards military helmet, Sayuri rabbit's ears, Diana cat ears, Sonoko a funky hat, and Utsumi a crown with hearts on it. Yes, we're respectively the playing card guard, the white rabbit, the Cheshire cat, the Mad Hatter, and the Queen of Hearts, and it goes without saying that Akane was Alice. It was a really fun tea party. Whenever something small happened, Utsumi would melodramatically shout, "Off with her head," and everyone would laugh. Come to think of it, the tea party was the first time I noticed the big red scar on Akane's left arm. I hadn't seen it before because her clothes cover her arms in the winter, and she wore a cardigan in the summer because she was always cold. But her Alice cosplay was half-sleeved. I didn't realize that I had been staring at it, but she apparently noticed my gaze and quickly hid her scar. Oh no, I didn't mean to be rude, I thought, worried that I had offended her. But Itsumi took Akane's arm and gently caressed it. "It's nothing to be ashamed of, you know," she said comfortingly. "It's really cute. It's kind of shaped like a lily." Itsumi's words lifted Akane's spirits. They helped me out, too. I mean, she saved me from looking rude. Itsumi understood how Akane felt and instantly cleared the air. She's super sensitive to how people felt. Again, I was touched. Itsumi was a generally wonderful girl. The heck is that emote, Mofu? I can't tell what that emote is. Is that like a dog eating a cupcake? Or a pacifier? I can't tell. I really like Akane, but I have to say, something has been bothering me. When was it that Itsumi told us that she was going to close down the leisure club when she graduated? Oh, it's sipping coffee. Wait, don't stare at me. I feel like that was what started it. This meant that the salon and leisure club would be permanently shut down after just 2 more semesters. What do you mean I need to draw more? Wait, let me make this. Wait, I still don't recognize. Oh, is that a mug? Okay, I still don't recognize it as coffee. It just might be a mug. No, it's not used to the colors. The colors, the red looks like the velvet cupcake, and the white looks like the wrapping. What do you mean you draw more? I'm gonna slap you, mofo. Oh, it's a Pokeball mug. That makes sense. Wait, don't stare. That's it. You know what? I'm practice drawing. I'm gonna draw Snicky Tofu. And you as a Shota. I mean, the salon was originally made for Itsumi. It was sad to think about it closing and stuff, but I had figured that everyone knew it would close when Itsumi graduated. But one day, she told us that the salon was going to be donated to an orphanage. Then Akane, who was normally very adult-like and composed, suddenly stood up and argued with her. We were all surprised at how vehement she was. She said things like, "Are you trying to take a salon away from us? Can you donate anything else to the orphanage? This is tyranny." The kitchen was Akane's rock, her support system. Her house and restaurant had burned down, along with all her plans to own her own restaurant. So this meant that the salon's kitchen, and months after this time, was her only reason for living. Oh my, you actually lied to me. Wolf, I'm gonna slap you. Oh my god. Yo, I can't trust Wolf anymore. Every time I trust Wolf, was like, wait, you seriously believe that? Or like, you actually believe me? Oh my god. I was gonna suplex Wolf. I'm not even strong enough for that, but I'm doing it anyways. If I ever work out, it's just so that I can be stronger than Mofu. It was around that time Itsumi started saying she didn't feel well after tea time. Wait, we missed the part. But Izumi didn't back down. Didn't Jesus say to love thy neighbor? She scolded Akane. She didn't listen to Akane's arguments, and Aslan was still set to relocate at the end of the term. It was around then that Itsumi started saying she didn't feel well after tea time. Before, Itsumi used to sing lightheartedly along the music she played in the salon while stepping in time with the beat. But after her argument with Akane, she just laid lethargically on the couch. She claimed reading made her head hurt and stopped contributing to our discussions. Akane fed us mouth-watering risotto and sandwiches, but Itsumi continued to wither away. I just couldn't take it anymore. I would have done anything to revive my lovely Itsumi. The campus had become so gloomy and boring without her vivacity. Writing is the only thing I can do well, so I wrote her poems of encouragement and read them aloud to her. How many pages are left? It's just a few more pages, right? Right? Shoot. 5 more pages. We got this, guys. Oh. To cheer her up. But that sort of thing didn't help her. The only thing I could do was stand there feeling frustrated as I watched Itsumi grow weaker by the day. While thinking of ways I could cheer her up, I suddenly remembered her fondness for Mozart. I chose Peter Shaffer's play, Amadeus, to be the theme of our next discussion, and held a special viewing of the movie version in the salon. I brought in a Karajan CD from home, fearing that anything to do with Mozart would make Itsumi happy, but she rejected my offer, saying that she was too tired to listen. I want to ask... Okay, Mofu, you saying my name 3 times and prefacing it with, I want to ask something, is always something's not good, and always something really sus. So I'm gonna be really careful. Mofu. I permit you to ask. I see, Mofu, I knew it. I knew it. That's why I didn't say WHAT, okay? That's why I was trying to figure out a way to say, yeah, sure, you can say it. You can ask. I didn't say WHAT, Mofu. Get wrecked. I knew you were gonna do that. For context, by the way, yo, literally a kid, when I was volunteering at the elementary school, the kid just came up to me and was like, hey, guess what? And I said, what? They said chicken butt. I haven't heard that joke in like a decade, and I got owned. I can't believe this. And I was destroyed. And you know what they said after? Guess why? I never heard of guess why before. I was like, why? They said chicken thighs. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know the joke evolved while I was gone for a decade. Guess why chicken thighs? What the heck? I got owned again. By the way, the teacher just laughed at me, by the way. The teacher saw me got utterly destroyed and they just laughed at me. Chicken chest? You mean breasts? Chicken breasts? I never heard of her being called chicken chest. Alright. Oh, we need chicken. I see. I mean, I don't know linguistics. Mofu, I'm not saying anything. Don't say my name 3 times. Don't do the pain face either. Mofu, you're not allowed to ask. You're banned for even thinking you could ask. Alright. Ask me something. Alright, ask me. Alright, Mofu. What's the serious question? Shoot, I said what? Don't do it, Mofu, please. Please, Mofu. You can't just do it again after you messed it the first time. Oh! Oh, sorry, my voice. So when you choose, when you choose the hover, you can actually see your character doing the hover. So you can look at it what kind of hover you want. So characters can hover in the air, and they have different animations for the hover animation. So usually hover 1 is the male or the masculine, the male hover, and hover 2 or anything 2 is usually the female, the feminine. The feminine hover. Yeah, actually moving, yeah. Hover is hover is when you like just wait, is that a run or walk animation, or is hover like the gliding animation? I don't remember. Also, Mofu, never say my name 3 times again. Don't say Lofi, Lofi, Lofi. You scare me too much, Mofu. Me asking this suggestion. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna take an hour. No, I'll try to finish this in 30 minutes. Oh, they just fall? And is it done within the run and walk animation? I mean, it doesn't matter too much, Mofu. You can change those for free anytime. So if you don't like it, then you can just change it back. Do whatever. Those are free to change. Alright. Oh my god, Mo would never say my name 3 times again. And oh god, what am I reading here? Then I thought as hard as I could try, and it was like a light bulb went off in my head. Why have we tried making the desserts from Amadeus? There's a scene in the movie where Mozart's wife, Constantine, eats a dessert called the nipples of Venus. You make the breast by soaking a chestnut in brandy, coating it in white chocolate, and then topping it off with chocolate chip. It's a cute little dessert that was once very popular in France. Oh no, that's gonna scare me. I only play with whoever Nasty streams basically. I don't really play on my own. If I do play on my own, I play it on my own during Nasty's stream. Even though Itsui was exhausted, I knew she still had an appetite, and I was positive that she would eat our sweets if we made her some. I may be tooting my own horn here, but I thought it was a great idea. I can't bake very well, so naturally I asked Akane for help. There weren't any chestnuts in the kitchen. Akane declared there must be a way to make it with chocolate truffles. I'll give it a try, leave it to me. She skillfully began baking without even looking at the recipe. I watched her with admiration, but knowing that I would be too clumsy to help out, decided to walk in the living room and leave it up to the pastry chef. My voice is dying. I need water. Alright. When I entered the living room, I saw Sonoko taking Itsumi's blood pressure. I was looking at Itsumi's pale arm when I had another brilliant idea. There's a classic French dessert called the Arms of Venus. A roll cake that contains dried fruit. I thought it would be very fashionable to bring out both Venus's arm and nipples at the same time. Only the sweets of a goddess were fit for Itsumi. I'm a genius, I thought, feeling all proud of myself. I rushed online, printed out the recipe for the Arms of Venus, and then flew onto the kitchen. Akane, do you have any dried fruits? Perhaps it was because I'd entered so suddenly, but Akane seemed to shudder all over its surprise. And then I saw her hiding something behind her back. Shio, don't scare me like that. Akane turned to me and grinned, her cheek twitching. What were you just doing? I asked. Huh? Are you hiding something? No. What are you talking about? Nothing. It's fine. I must have been seeing things. You must have been. I'm almost done with Itsumi's desserts, so can I please finish him, please? As she said, round balls of ganache were erasing on the counter. Okay, I'll go wait outside then. Akane didn't take her hands off from behind her back until I left the room. It was kind of weird. She wasn't acting like herself. In the end, I wasn't able to give a of recipe for her arms, and she had only made the nipples. The little pinches of pink chocolate on top of the balls of white chocolate were really cute, and everyone loved them. Of course, Itsumi also enjoyed them as much as I hoped she would. Hey, looks like Itsumi's the only one with the... Okay, let me say this with a straight face. Hey, it looks like Itsumi's the only one with big nipples. Sonoko snickered while we were eating. Itsumi hadn't noticed that until it was pointed out to her. That was true. Mofu, please. Mofu, please. Go away, Mofu. The pink parts of her dessert were slightly bigger than everyone else. For some reason, it felt like some sort of sign. Mofu, please, Mofu, please. That's when I first noticed. We tend to eat cakes, tarts, and other desserts you would cut up and share, but now we're only served macarons, pudding, individual treats, meaning that it wouldn't have been very hard for Akane to slip into Itsumi's dessert she wanted, right? And I remembered Itsumi always said she felt ill after eating one of Akane's light meals. Then, there was also the time that Akane baked madeleines when Mide first joined the club. No, please, Mofu, please stop! Relay showed up the next day all embarrassed, telling us that she had thrown up after eating something her body couldn't handle. If I'm not mistaken, on Milei's first day, Itsumi told Milei she was full and had given her madeleines. I remember that well because I've been jealous of Milei. So what did this all mean? Was my dear Akane putting something in Itsumi's dessert? I decided to observe the situation. I discovered that Itsumi's dessert were all marked in some way, and that Akane personally brought them to her. Then Itsumi would take a few bites and say that she didn't feel well. One moment Itsumi would be sweating and claiming that she was hot, and next she would be shivering and cold and lying on the sofa. After Itsumi would gulp down the black tea I brought her, she would stagger into the kitchen and munch on the cakes that hadn't even been decorated yet. I've seen people act like this before, yes. These were the actions of someone who had been poisoned. I know because I had interviewed people at a rehabilitation center when I was asked to write an essay for the No More Say No Stop the Drugs campaign. The people at the center had staring eyes. Mofu couldn't regulate their body's temperature and were always thirsty and gorging themselves. Just like Itsumi. When I realized how serious things were, I panicked. Itsumi wouldn't just get sick of this continuum, she would die. I knew Akane wouldn't be able to stop me if I tackled the problem head on. I had to do something. So when the tragedy of why was mentioned at one of our book's discussions, I took the chance to slip in a hint. Right, Fade? I don't know why. I didn't talk about that stuff at all, Fade, but Mofu just suddenly started talking about those kind of things. Mofu, Fade, feel free to unmod Mofu and ban them. They're acting really weird right now. Wait, Mofu, wait, if you clipped any of that, please don't clip, please don't send the clip, Mofu, I'm sorry, I would like to apologize. Let's go, Fade. Ban them before they post the clips. Mofu, don't stop. Stop, it's part of the book. At least include the context. Sniffing people drugs and poison is so passe. It may have worked in the past, but now we can figure out everything with autopsies, I said. I saw a look on Kane's face. Her soft eyes instantly lost color as if they turned to stone. I pretended not to see her reaction. She was my friend. I felt pity for her. Hey, J-Septic Pig. Hey, Piggy. Hope you're doing well. I posted on my server. I'm calling the stuff all week. Posted on my sharing to my parents. Okay, man, that's please. Yeah, why would you share to your parents? Yo, please don't get your parents. Like my parents know you as someone pretty cool, right, Mofu? So I think it's even if your parents also have a good impression of me too. Okay. You read my whole neighbors. I'm sorry, Jay or Piggy. By then, I was convinced that she would stop poisoning Itsumi. My words were meant to help Akane bring her to her senses. But now, I think they probably had the converse effect and made her feel trapped. Hence why I think Akane stopped dragging Itsumi and felt like she had no other choice but to push Itsumi off the terrace. If my theory is true, then my heart truly aches for Akane. I really do feel bad, you know? I can't feel like I'm the one who pushed Akane over the edge. If Itsumi died, all plans to donate and move the salon would naturally dissipate. And Akane has been in the kitchen every day since Itsumi's death. She's been baking caramel chiffon cakes and grape mousse because she says they're Itsumi's favorite. But to me, no one seems like a weight has been lifted from her shoulders. And then Akane even said that Kominami wants to purchase the salon and kitchen. If she could make this happen, the salon and kitchen would be relocated and made into a Western-style restaurant. Of course, she also said that she would be one of the owners and make all kinds of foods and desserts. They don't know it exists? No! They think online friends are kind of sus. Same with me. Same with my parents back then, at least. Because back then, they would like ask like, wait, do you know if they're like adults or whatever? Like just like, you know, those sus adults interacting with kids. Like, are you sure they're like around your age? Like, how would you know? But now, me because I've only had online friends, they're like, yeah, whatever, dude. But no, I get you, Mofu. I mean, now that I'm an adult, I guess, or even middle school or high school, since we've known them like that, they don't really care. Okay. Make all kinds of food and desserts. Even the finest restaurant would be no match for this kitchen. Itsumi bought all the equipment and tools that Akane had asked for since joining the club, creating the ideal kitchen for her, a kitchen that exists only for Akane's Wonderland. What time is it? Oh my god, it's 2:37. I'm actually gonna be streaming for like another hour or maybe 30 more minutes because I need to finish this, then update my character map, the character map, and then do the raid. Find someone to raid, which takes like 5 hours. I don't know. I feel conflicted. Of course, I still love Itsumi. She was like my older sister and then died. Wait, she was like my older sister and then died. And so young. This has left me with a tremendous sense of loss. If Akane hadn't been the culprit, I'd hate and resent the curse whoever did this. But I like Akane too. She's nice and hardworking. I wanted to get her dream restaurant, I really do. But with murder? In means of murder? So here, I wallow in my regret. Stuck wondering if I could have done something to stop this from happening. But what's done is done. My regrets means nothing now. It was incredibly unlucky that Akane's family restaurant burned down. That must have been completely changed her life. She probably developed a deeper love for, and assigned more meaning to, the salon's kitchen than we had ever imagined she would. And when she found out she was going to lose her kitchen, yes, I can understand her rage. Akane too is a poor victim here. She may have done something terrible, but I still love her. She may have taken my older sister Itsumi away, but I cannot bring myself to hate the murderer. But I can't deny what happened to see the day Itsumi died. I was walking down the passageway and I can't forget the exultant look on Akane's face as she shoved Itsumi from behind. She literally saw it happen. She squinted her eyes as if looking at something bright. And as she watched Itsumi fall from the terrace, isn't that when Akane got one step closer to her dream? Didn't Alice have to kill the Queen of Hearts to get her hands on a Wonderland? I will not judge her. If this is what Akane felt she had to do to solve her problem, no one has a right to criticize her. Yeah, there's a load of bull. This is big BS. If this is what Akane felt she had to do to solve a problem, no one has the right to criticize her, as she says in court, basically exposing her. Either exposing her or falsely accusing her. What the heck? Hey Kaiser. When I saw the lilies in Tsumi's hand, I prayed that no one would remember Akane's scar. There may come a day when Akane will have to repent. Until that day comes, I hope she can at least recover a little from the stains of her misfortune. I hope she got what she wanted by killing Itsumi. I sincerely pray for that from the bottom of my heart. Yo, I don't agree. Yo, this is whack. What the heck? I don't know. I don't think she is, but it was almost like she's trying to like justify the murder almost. Like, yeah, she would just repent, but you know, the murder? Eh, whatever. I mean, it's probably more to that, but it feels very like everyone else felt like very like was pretty down from the death or whatever. But she was just like, whatever, dude. Alright, thank you very much for reading, Shio. It seems that everyone was more excited for the novel's story after all. That includes myself, of course. That's why I had you read last. I love your literary style, Shio. The rhythm and expressions you use in your piece just screams high school girl. I read all of the middle school, high school, and college versions of the Kimakageso series, and I can't wait for your next story. I'm doing alright, Kaiser. That murder, that was pretty sure. No! I didn't know the myth about the birth of Venus. Beauty born from the sky, father's castration. That really does fit Itsumi to a T. You could even say Itsumi was mystical. Your take on events was intriguing. You put all that was in your head eloquently on paper. Shio, you're truly the talent. Yes, I remember you looking up the recipe for the arms of Venus in the salon, and also when you ran into the kitchen with the recipe in your hand. I was very curious and excited to see how it would taste. What a shame was that we never got to eat it. If your story is true, then that must mean... Yeah, another theory has emerged. But all of your stories sound true. How very strange. How are we supposed to reach a conclusion? Anyways, thank you. Shio, you may return to your seat. Everyone, a round of applause for the professional author. Pachi, pachi, pachi. Well, that was the last of your readings. Thank you, everyone, for your participation. This past week, it's clear all of you have given Itsumi's death a lot of thought before bringing your stories in. This must have been very hard for you. With final exams too. I am sure that Itsumi is pleased with all of you. At last, it's time for the final reading. It's my turn. But I must apologize in advance, I didn't write this next story. It was written by Itsumi Shiraishi herself. Everyone, please settle down. I just received it this morning. There is no question about it. This is certainly her handwriting. When did she write this? I understand why you're all confused. Anyways, I will now read it to you.